What's up, brothers? Hope everybody's doing well out there. So I have a lot of people that reach out to me and, they say, LFA, I'm out here in the dating game and I have no problem hooking up and getting laid. I have no problem meeting slutty kinds of women, but, it seems like all hope is lost when it comes to actually meeting a good woman that I can marry and settle down with and start a family with. It just seems like that's a pipe dream at this point, and it's never going to happen. And, I'm also aware that a lot of people out there think I'm too hard on the men. They think I don't criticize women enough. And, the first thing that I want to say about that is this is a men's advice channel. So, I don't gear it towards bashing women. I gear it towards helping men, have the tools that it takes to survive. But with that being said, I want to start out this video by saying I'm aware that modern women, by and large, are not good people. Most modern men are not good people either. But, when it comes to actually finding a good woman, it can be pretty difficult. And I understand that. And I do experience that. I don't want to, try to make it sound like I meet all these great women and I don't see the problems in modern society. I do. And this is a problem that's unique to the West. It's unique to the United States and Canada and London and Australia and other countries. And the reason for it is because modern women are rewarded. They're encouraged to be bad people. They're encouraged to, bite the forbidden fruit, to say. They're encouraged to dress like a slut. They're encouraged to hook up with a lot of men. They're encouraged to use men for money. They're encouraged to divorce men. They're encouraged to, live this empowered modern woman, single, you go girl, bang all the chads, go on as many vacations as you want, don't settle down, don't start a family lifestyle. They're encouraged to do that, and there are incentives in place for them to do that. And, I want you guys to know, everybody out there that thinks like, I don't understand modern women. I do understand modern women. You don't think I have women coming after me trying to use me for money? You don't think I have women, trying to play their stupid ass games on me? Every man experiences this shit. We all experience it. And I want to tell you firsthand, it's repulsive. It is repulsive when you see what's going on with so many modern women. Every woman is born, and this is what modern women need to understand, okay? And as men, I know we wish we could get this across to modern women. We wish we could just tell them all of this shit you're being sold by feminism, by, modern society, about, being this you-go girl, empowered, slutty club chick. It's all a lie. Okay, it is all bullshit. And we wish we could tell women, you are born with sky-high value. You have all the value in the world. You're a fucking 10 out of 10. But every time you spread your legs with a new man, every time you go out on girls' night out and make out with some Chad in the bathroom, every time you use a man for money, every time you divorce a man, every time you get pregnant out of wedlock, your value fucking drops. So you were a 10. You go out with your girlfriends and you have a drinking problem. Now you're a 9. You smoke. Now you're an 8. You dress like a whore. Now you're a 7. You hook up with random dudes. Now you're a 6. Oh, you got pregnant. Now you're a 4. A single mom, that's a 4. You were a 10. What happened? You know, and that's the problem that we're facing. You know, hopefully I'm, you know, getting this message across the way that I want to. And this isn't to bash women. You know, I don't think women actually even understand the value that they have. The value that is in purity. You know, the value in being a good girl. They don't realize that they are at the top of the fucking world. The world is their oyster. But they ruin it because society tells them to ruin it. You know, and they only tell women in the US, Australia, England, only in these countries. You know, they preach to women to be these strong, independent, sexually liberated sluts. And, you know, as a man that has some dignity, and you actually want a girlfriend, you actually want to start a family, and you look at this dating pool, and this is what you see, it can be frustrating. I'm fully aware of that. I fully understand that. Now, you know, I guess that would lead me to the solution. You know, what do you do about this? What do you as a man do to prevent yourself from getting used and abused by whores? Well, the number one thing that you have to do is, and I know this sounds cliche, but I'm going to explain it in details the way nobody else does, but you have to take the pussy off of the pedestal. And I know it's a cliche term, but listen to me. Modern dating coaches, modern pickup artists, so on and so forth, are telling you shit like, if she doesn't fuck you by the third date, dump her. You know, shit like that. Look, stop worrying about sex. Okay? Sex is nothing. Everybody has sex with everybody. It means absolutely nothing. In the United States, sex means nothing. And what I would tell you is, if she hasn't earned your trust and your respect by the third date, dump her, whether you fuck her or not. Okay? Here's the thing. You know, if you have a friend, look, let me start by saying, you know, a lot of manosphere guys push this idea that like a woman must respect you. It's all about respect. And yeah, cool, whatever, sounds good. But the truth is, where does respect come from? Respect comes from trust, being able to trust somebody. You know, if you have a friend and that friend proves to you that you can trust them, you can count on them. They're going to be there. They're going to be a good friend to you. You trust them. Well, now they've earned your respect. Okay, and with women, it's the same way. You know, when you go out with a woman, does she behave like a good girlfriend, like somebody that you can trust? If so, you know, respect her. But let's face it, any woman that's out, you know, getting fucked by chads at nightclubs, has a drinking problem, dresses like a slut, you know, prioritizes her education or her career over a family, which is another thing that they're sold. You know, any woman that lives that sort of a lifestyle is a major red flag when it comes to being a person that you can trust and being a good girlfriend. And we all know that. We all understand that. And, you know, that's the number one thing that you have to look out for. So you as a man have to stop letting the pussy control you. You know, stop trying to get laid. Stop going out there with pussy on your mind. Okay, pussy is a dime a dozen. Every woman has one. And 90% of them give it up for free. Take it off its pedestal. Has no power. But, you know, those first dates, when you're getting to know a woman, you should be prioritizing the person that she is. As a matter of fact, you know, to speak about purity, we all know that a woman's value is heavily related to her purity. But, you know, a lot of men don't want to admit it, but, you know, a man should be pure too. A man should be a pure man. In the West, I know we, as men, we prioritize having high notch counts. We like slap hands with each other like, hell yeah, bro, there's another notch on your notch count. But in reality, all you're doing is making more sluts, contributing to hookup culture. Creating more shitty women, more broken families, more fatherless homes, the whole system that you hate, you're contributing to it. And I myself, I've contributed quite a bit to it, not gonna lie. It took me quite a while to wake up and realize what was going on, but eventually I did. So anyways, this screening process, when you take a woman out on a date, you really have to, do a little bit of searching, study this girl a little bit. Does she carry herself like a slut? Does she dress like a slut? Scour her social media. Does she go out to clubs all the time? Does she behave like a slut? Does she have a drinking problem? These things really matter. Has she cheated on ex-boyfriends? You got to learn these things. And as a man, you do not reward women who behave that way with dick. You got to understand, guys are literally paying other dudes $1,000 to teach them how to bang a fucking loose skank. Don't do that, okay? If you find out she's a loose skank, sure, I understand. You probably can't control your lust. Men have a hard time controlling their lust and taming their sex addictions. So there's a pretty good chance that you're still going to bang her if you find out she's a whore. But just understand, you're contributing to your own demise when you do that. And and again, if you want to be a player, if you want to be a pickup artist, if that's your goal, I'm not judging you. But if you're a good guy that wants a good family, that's who we're preaching to in this video. Now, most guys are controlled by their sex addiction. The only thing on their mind when they're meeting women, when they're taking them out, is getting in their pants. And when you do this, you have to understand you're giving a woman tons of power. If you're on date number 1 and you're like, shit, if I don't get laid, this is a failure. Date 2, if I don't get laid, this is a failure. Date 3, if I don't get laid, I'm dumping her. You're giving her all the power. You're allowing her pussy to control whether this relationship goes forward or not. It has all the power. You got to take it off the pedestal, okay? And if you're looking for a good girl, you don't give her any dick until she proves she can earn your trust and your respect. Now, how do you go about doing that? That is really a good question. But like I said, do a little bit of studying on her. Look for those red flags. Find out if this is a girl that's actually worth dating. And if she is, don't push for sex. Don't be pushy with it. Don't be one of those guys that's like just pushing her boundaries and trying to get her to have sex with you. Respect the fact that she moves slow. And understand that, look, you can get sex anywhere. You can get it from her, you can get it from any girl. The fact that you're taking this relationship slow has nothing to do with your game, has nothing to do with your, your status as a man or something of that nature, because a lot of dating coaches and pickup artists brainwash you and make you believe that. Look, you taking it slow with a woman is you taking the time to vet her properly without her pussy brainwashing you and controlling you. Okay, so you can really understand, is this person quality enough for a long-term relationship? Is this a person I can trust, a person I can respect? Does she cook? Does she value family? Is she looking for the same things that I'm looking for? That's what you should be focusing on. But, I will say, it's getting harder and harder. In the West, it's getting harder and harder for that to happen. You know, the court system already gives women all the power. So, no matter how alpha you are or how skilled you are, you're always going to be on the chopping block. Society fills women's brains with this idea that being a whore is cool. You know, the music industry teaches them to be whores. Colleges teach them to be whores. Even the churches nowadays teach them it's okay to be a whore because you'll be forgiven. But what they don't tell them is there's consequences to their actions. You know, every time they spread their legs, every time they dress like a whore, every time they rip a man off for his money, their value goes down a little bit. And respectable men that are actually loving, caring men, high value men that actually want families are watching them and losing attraction to them, losing respect for them. You know, that's the way it goes. But look, we all see these TikTok videos and these YouTube shorts. You know, you see these girls making these little quick videos, bragging about leaving men on red, bragging about cheating on men, bragging about fucking some other girl's baby's daddy because her pussy's better and her butt's bigger or whatever. You know, we see all this stupid shit. And even the algorithms, the simps, the algorithms, the institutions, they all reward women for being bad people. You know, so as human beings, you know, we chase pleasure. We have a hard time resisting temptation. And whenever you allow pleasure to come with no consequences, you know, just unlimited pleasure, unlimited poor behavior, no consequences that you can see. The consequences are still there, but you can't see them until it's too late. You know, most people are bound to fall for that trap. And it's sad, but, you know, it's where we're at. It's where we're at in the world. So, if you're a man that wants something different, you're going to have to make different choices than most of the guys. You know, when guys prioritize money and pussy and the shit they have over who they are and who they spend time with. You know, money is more important than family. Driving a Bugatti is more important than, you know, just being an honest man, being a good man. And I don't think that's what America was built on. I don't think that's the idea of the American dream. I don't think it was all about money. I think it was about having a place where you could raise a good family. You know, the house and the white picket fence and all that shit. But I suppose, you know, that's a thing of the past. Now, are all women brainwashed? Are all women bad people? No, of course not. But the numbers are going up. And you as a man, you do have influence. You know, when you're taking women out on dates, you have some influence on the way she's going to behave with you in the future, or maybe the next guy she's with in the future. So the way you carry yourself, you know, the actions you take make an impact. You know, they do make a difference. So, you know, in terms of you finding a good woman, look, maybe it's a needle in a haystack. I don't know. Maybe you just have to keep trying. Maybe you just have to keep looking. I don't have the answer to that. The only thing I can tell you is vet every woman that you go out with and do not settle for a slut, a sock that has been ejaculated into thousands of times. You know, watch out for red flags, pay attention. Don't get got, don't get used for money. Don't allow a woman's pussy to manipulate you. Stop worrying about sex. You know, at least take that power away from them. And that's the first step. Once you get there, you can learn to value a woman based on the quality of the person she is. How, is she a person you trust to be a good girlfriend? Person you can respect. But hey guys, I guess I'm just rambling at this point. I hope this video was somewhat informative. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this one off. See you guys next time. Peace. Subscribe to the channel.
To the window, to the wall, until the sweat drops down my balls, until all you bitches crawl. Oh, skeet, skeet, goddamn.